everything we do here is simple. And I used the Tarteist Pro palette. This is the eye palette. I think with this Pro line, they launched a face palette with like bronzers, highlighters. And then I think they also did a Pro to go, like a mini version. But this was the only one that I thought maybe I could potentially get some use out of. And I thought it would be a really great product for review because it's not limited edition, I think. I'm pretty sure it's not. It would be stupid to do a Pro palette and make it limited edition. So I'm saying it's not. Back to the point, because y'all know how we do it here at Coffee Break with Dani, the world of long introductions. So this is a new palette from Tarte. It consists of a whole lot of eyeshadows, and I've heard mixed reviews on this palette, so I'm going to do my very own interpretation or review or just personal opinion on this palette. It should already be up on this channel. I hope it is. If it is, I will link it in the description box below. If it's not, it's coming soon. Anyway, I'm getting off track again. I'm in one of those chatty moods today where I'm like, hey girlfriend, how you doing? Let's talk about totally nothing important and just waste some time, because after all, that's what coffee breaks are for, right? So lately, all of my eye looks have been like mauvey, cranberry, wine. Like I cannot get away from this type of eyeshadow combo. Like I just can't. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I don't know why. And so I've been doing the same look over and over and over with my Modern Renaissance palette. And when I got this one, I was like, oh, I'm gonna film a tutorial for my pandas. And of course, the colors that I end up using are this one, then this beautiful wine, then this beautiful cranberry color, then this beautiful garnet. I'm like, really, Daniela? Like, can you get your life? Seriously, for like 5 minutes? Anyway, so the point of this long introduction is, if you want to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. Let's go ahead and get started. I already primed my eye using Benefit's Stay Don't Stray, and we're gonna go straight into the eyeshadow. This is a really simple look. I'm just using a bunch of colors. They're kind of like cranberry wine shades, but you guys know I make questionable life choices. So moving on, we're going to use the color Classic. That's this matte vanilla shade, and that's going to go, you guessed it, underneath the brow bone and all the way right down to the crease, because Dani is a creature of habit and comfort. What can I say? I don't know, I just really identify with this color. I think it's perfect for just kind of making everything nice and smooth and ready for the next shades. So just use a large flat shader brush for that. And I never mention my brushes in these tutorials because I always use the same ones and I figure you guys know them by now. But what I'm gonna start doing, if I can remember, is mentioning exactly the name of each brush so that any of you that missed it or are curious or maybe new know what's up. So this is the Delium Tools 778. This brush is amazing. Everybody needs that brush. Big eyes, little eyes, any type of eyes, that brush is awesome. Then I'm gonna go in with a really, really large, fluffy blending brush, and this is Morphe M511. M511. You guys know I hardly use any Morphe products, but this brush is definitely a must-have. I'm gonna go in with the shade Innocent. That's this color here, and that's going to go, after you break your palette, that's going to go as the transition shade. And also, the colors that I'm using for this tutorial aren't that unique. I mean, it is called a pro palette for a reason. So it's supposed to be one of those palettes that you can basically do every type of look that you need with. And it's supposed to suit almost all skin tones because, let's be honest, like there is no product out there that's going to suit every single skin tone, complexion, undertone, etc, etc, etc. Not to mention preferences and textures, and some people don't like Tarte powder products, other people swear by them. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to call it a universal palette or a pro palette, but that's the name. So we're gonna roll with it. So that's the transition shade, and you guys know I'm kind of a beast when it comes to transition. I just kind of go a little bonkers, bananas ham all over my eyelid area. Then we're gonna go in with Zoey 234, just a small flat shader brush. I like to use smaller brushes when I'm using darker colors, just so I don't end up looking more like a panda. And the shade Drama, that's this color here. And that's gonna go all over the lid. But you're like, Dani, your lid looks kind of sparkly. Like, what's going on? Oh, well, that's because we're gonna layer colors. I like to layer colors just to see how eyeshadows perform, to give them a little bit more depth. I don't know, to feel like I have more options when it comes to a product that I have or that I'm using. You know, you never know what you're going to end up with. It's kind of like that quad that I designed in collaboration with ColourPop. Do you guys remember Metamorphosis? They were transition shadows. So if you layered those shadows on top of other shadows, you got completely different results. So it was pretty, I don't know, it's exciting because you feel like you have more than one use out of a product. Then go in with a regular shader fluffy blending brush. Regular, what does regular even mean? Let me go back, rewind, edit this out. No, go in with a blending brush, just like a standard blending brush, the one that you prefer to use for the crease, and just kind of soften the edges of that really dark color. I think it's called Drama. Yeah, Drama. So just kind of soften the edges. And then, my best friend Sam always makes fun of me because she says I say that a lot. And then with that same brush, you're gonna go in with Maud. That's this beautiful cranberry color. Oh, it's so pretty. I want to just put it all over my face. This look is actually kind of inspired by a look that I can't stop doing using my Modern Renaissance palette. If you guys have been watching my channel for the last few months, you know that Modern Renaissance, that palette just kind of showed up into my life to give me another reason to be happy that I'm alive. It is such an awesome palette. It didn't even compare to that Huda Beauty palette. A lot of people are drawing comparison between the two. Sorry guys. Not happening at all. Then we're gonna go in with a shader brush like this one. It's not as big as the Delium tools. You guys can see the difference. It's a little bit smaller, so going with the baby. This is a Sigma E55 and the shade Innocent. And that's going to go on the lower lash line. Again, this is another step that I do so arbitrarily. So pick a shade that is not that much darker. When you're gonna do stuff like this, like a transition type shade, pick a shade that is a little bit more forgiving. You know, don't go in with black because then all your flaws or mistakes are gonna show. So start off with a lighter color and then gradually you go in with eyeliners or things like that and blend them out. And then it's not so drastic. It's more like a gradient raccoon look. After that, we're gonna go in with another type of shader brush, and this is my #1 favorite brush of all time. This is the e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. It's $1, you guys. Like, it's $1. Go to Target, buy all of them. I have probably like 4 or 5 in rotation, and they're just so awesome for eyelids, for lower lash line, for foiling shadows. Like, they are amazing, amazing brushes. I'm gonna go in with Max Fix Plus and just lightly dampen the brush and then dip it into Minx. That's this beautiful kind of like garnet shade. Honestly, don't know if you're allowed to wet these shadows, but you guys know me, thug life. They haven't gotten like that makeup scab or anything, so I don't think I ruined it. And that's just gonna go on the lid. The reason I decided to do a shade underneath is because I knew the minute I went in with this shadow foiled, it would lighten up the look. And I wanted the look to still be kind of dark and smoky, a little sultry. And so if you go in with a metallic foiled garnet on naked skin, it's going to lighten the shade. So I just wanted to ensure that it stayed nice and deep. I think the 4 metallic shadows in here are really beautiful for those of you that like that subtle metallic look. I mean, nothing, if you're all about that glitter life, you're probably not gonna feel very fulfilled, even if you foil these. But, I mean, they're super elegant. You know what I mean? You get that like really beautiful, sultry, sexy metallic look without not being too glittery. I don't know. I don't have anything against glitter. You know how I feel about that. So, moving on, we're going to get some eyeliner. I used brown today. I don't know, I just felt like I didn't want to overtake the Cranberry shade too much. I wanted it to be the star of the show, and that wouldn't have been the case if I went with a black liner. So I'm going to go in with a brown pencil. This is from SheaMoisture, and I'm going to Tightline and Waterline, but I'm also going to, you guys, sign of a beauty vlogger. Can we talk about this? Do you see that? Do you see the edge of my mirror? Those are lashes. Those are lashes on my mirror. Anyway, so we're gonna Tightline and Waterline. On the waterline though, I like to kind of bring it down a little bit and then smudge it out just so that I can get this like kind of smoky raccoon look. I'm in a really good mood, you guys. Can you tell? So when I get down to the waterline, I kind of do the waterline like I'm doing here, right? But then I also kind of carry it down a little bit, almost like if I were coloring my lashes. That's the best way I can describe it. Almost like you're coloring the root of your lashes. And then you get like that smear. This is very technical, you guys. Like, you don't learn this in professional trade school. This is pretty technical. And then I go in with another little shader brush. I told you guys, you need like 5 of these. And the color Mod, that beautiful Cranberry that we used in the crease. And that is going to kind of smudge out that eyeliner. But it really depends on the eyeliner that you're using, because if you are using an eyeliner that sets really fast, you gotta work fast or you're gonna get that really technical like smudge at the bottom of your lashes. So you want to make sure that you work as quickly as you can, and then it looks like that. See? Super easy, right? If you get rid of any of the pencil because your eyes are watering like mine, just wait till your eyes kind of go back to normal and then redo it a little bit. All right, gang, we are almost done. I don't know why this tutorial is so long. It's not like I'm getting all fancy with you guys, but for mascara, I'm gonna do a combo. You guys know I've always been kind of like one of those people that's like, okay, let's keep it basic. 1, 2, 3 coats of the same mascara and call it a day, right? But today I'm like, well, maybe I should do like a mascara cocktail. So I noticed I hadn't used my Benefit Roller Lash in a while. So what I did was 1 coat of Roller Lash, and then 1 coat of the It Cosmetics. Did you hear that? Ah, my Spanish accent came out. It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. So super easy. I mean, you guys don't need to see me putting on mascara. I mean, unless you want to. I can tell you like a fun story. Can I? I don't know if I can. I need to concentrate when I put on mascara. They say that's why you open your mouth. Opening your mouth while you put on mascara like helps you concentrate. I don't know. Anyway, so let me finish off my lashes and I'll be right back. So, what do we think? Super easy, right? I mean, it's always easy with my tutorials because they're very basic, but it's also really easy to create looks that you're satisfied with when the product yields for good results. You know what I mean? When it's a product that allows you to be successful. There are a lot of products that no matter how hard you try, no matter how much of a pro you are, or no matter how much you don't give up on anything and persistent you are, they're hard to blend, or they blend away, or they're just not, you know, pigmented enough. So there's some products that, because of the quality of them, they may make you feel like you're not able to produce something that you like. So those are a lot of factors to consider, but I think that when a product yields itself to produce good results, like when it's easy to use, then it's really hard to come up with something that you don't like. So this palette is definitely Coffee Break approved, but like I told you guys, if you want to see an in-depth review with, you know, ounce comparison per price and I don't know, descriptions of colors and swatches and things like that, I will link that video in the description box below. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And like always, if you guys found this video useful, entertaining, or learned something, please give me a thumbs up or subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, this coffee break is over. Bye guys!